Most men believe that attraction is all about looks, status, or money. But what if I told you that the biggest factors influencing how women see you have nothing to do with any of that? The truth is, women have hidden weaknesses, psychological triggers that most men overlook. And once you understand them, you'll never struggle with attraction, influence, or connection again. But here's the catch. If you don't know these secrets, you could be pushing women away without even realizing it. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn will completely change the way you interact with women forever. Think about this. Have you ever met a guy who isn't the best looking, doesn't have the most money, yet women seem to be drawn to him effortlessly? It's not luck. It's not magic. It's psychology. He understands something that most men don't: the hidden emotional and psychological weaknesses women have. These aren't flaws, but rather subconscious triggers that shape their decisions, desires, and reactions. And here's the best part. Once you recognize them, you'll know exactly how to navigate attraction, relationships, and influence in a way that most men never will. By the end of this video, you'll have a completely new understanding of how women think and what truly impacts their emotions. Master these principles, and you'll gain an advantage so powerful it will feel almost unfair. But ignore them, and you might keep making the same frustrating mistakes over and over again without even realizing why. Now, let's dive into the first hidden female weakness that most men never see coming. Hidden female weakness 1. Women are drawn to emotional certainty. Most men think women want excitement, unpredictability, or even drama in a relationship. But here's what they don't realize. What women crave even more is emotional certainty. Women are wired to seek stability. It's deeply rooted in human evolution. While men often focus on external status, money, power, appearance, women subconsciously prioritize emotional safety. If a man is emotionally unpredictable, reactive, or insecure, it creates an invisible sense of instability, making her pull away without even knowing why. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how women lose interest when a guy becomes too needy, too emotionally unstable, or too easily affected by her moods? That's because he's signaling emotional uncertainty, which makes her feel unsafe at a deep psychological level. On the flip side, a man who can stay calm, grounded, and unshaken, no matter what's happening around him, triggers an almost magnetic attraction. If you want to tap into this subconscious response, become the emotional rock she can rely on. This doesn't mean you have to be emotionless. It means mastering control over your reactions. If she tests you with sarcasm, teasing, or mood swings, don't flinch. Smile, stay calm, and respond playfully. If things aren't going her way, don't panic or try to fix everything. Simply listen and remain composed. If she's upset, don't react with frustration. Respond with steady energy. Women find it irresistible when a man can stay strong, regardless of external chaos. When you master emotional certainty, you create an unspoken sense of security. She may not even realize why, but she'll feel drawn to you in a way that other men can't replicate. But here's the real kicker. Most men fail at this because of one critical mistake. And that's what we'll uncover next. Hidden female weakness. 2. Women can't resist a man who knows how to create tension. Most men think being agreeable, always saying yes, and avoiding conflict makes them more attractive. But the truth is, nothing kills attraction faster than predictability and excessive comfort. Women don't just crave emotional security, they also crave tension, the kind that keeps them engaged, excited, and drawn in without fully understanding why. This isn't about playing mind games or being manipulative. It's about understanding that attraction thrives on polarity, the push and pull of emotions. If a man is too available, too predictable, or too agreeable, the excitement fades. That's why women often lose interest in nice guys who never challenge them or create any emotional spikes. On the other hand, when a man knows how to mix playfulness with a bit of unpredictability, he triggers deep subconscious attraction. This is why teasing, banter, and even playful disagreement can be so powerful. If she expects you to always agree, surprise her by pushing back in a lighthearted way. If she makes a joke about you, don't get defensive. Escalate it and tease her back. If she expects you to reply instantly, make her wait sometimes. This isn't about being unavailable. It's about keeping the dynamic exciting. When you create tension the right way, she won't be able to stop thinking about you. Her emotions stay engaged, and she starts associating you with excitement, passion, and intrigue. This is why women keep chasing men who make them feel alive while they quickly lose interest in those who only offer comfort. But here's where most men completely sabotage themselves. They either go too far and become arrogant, or they completely avoid tension and become boring. The secret to balancing both is what we'll reveal next. Hidden female weakness 3. Women subconsciously test men, and most men fail. Many men think when a woman pushes their buttons, questions them, or acts difficult, it means she's not interested. But in reality, these are often subconscious tests, and how you handle them determines everything. Women instinctively test men to see how they react under pressure. It's not a conscious decision. It's hardwired into their psychology. Why? Because at a deep level they want to know if you're truly confident or just pretending. If a man crumbles under pressure, gets defensive, or seeks validation, it signals weakness. If he stays calm, unshaken, and even plays along, he passes the test, instantly making himself more attractive. Think about it. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman playfully challenged you, teased you, or acted cold for no apparent reason? Most men make the mistake of chasing her approval, explaining themselves, or getting frustrated. This instantly kills attraction. The right response? Stay composed, tease her back, or simply act unfazed. If she says something like, "Is that the best outfit you could come up with today?" Instead of defending yourself, just smirk and say, "You wouldn't be able to handle my best outfit." By handling her tests with calm confidence, you send a powerful message. You are unshakable. And once a woman realizes she can't easily throw you off, her attraction skyrockets. But here's what's even more surprising. Women don't just test in the beginning. These tests never stop. And if you think you can relax after she's interested, you're making a huge mistake. The next hidden weakness will show you why. Hidden female weakness 4. Women lose attraction. When a man becomes too comfortable. Most men assume that once they've won a woman's attention, the work is done. They stop putting in effort, become predictable, and expect the attraction to remain the same. But this is where things go wrong. Women are naturally drawn to men who continue to challenge them, intrigue them, and maintain a sense of mystery. When a man gets too comfortable, whether in dating or a long-term relationship, he unknowingly kills the spark. This is why so many women slowly lose interest, even in relationships that seemed perfect at the beginning. The biggest mistake men make? They stop doing the things that made her attracted in the first place. In the beginning, he was confident, playful, and a bit of a challenge. But once he feels secure, he starts over-explaining himself, seeking approval, or putting her on a pedestal. Suddenly, the mystery disappears, and he becomes just another guy she knows too well. The key is to always maintain a sense of independence and unpredictability. Keep investing in your own life, passions, and growth. Keep her on her toes, not by playing games, but by never becoming so predictable that she can predict your every move. When a man continues to grow, stay ambitious, and maintain his edge, he never loses his attractiveness. Women respect and admire a man who doesn't settle into comfort, but instead keeps elevating himself and the relationship. But here's the real danger. Most men don't even realize when they're slipping into comfort mode, and once they do, it's often too late to fix it. The next hidden weakness is the ultimate silent attraction killer, and most men have no clue it's happening. Hidden female weakness 5. Women are instinctively turned off by emotional neediness. Most men think expressing their emotions freely and constantly seeking reassurance will make a woman feel closer to them. But what they don't realize is that neediness is one of the biggest attraction killers. Women are naturally drawn to strong, independent men, not just physically, but emotionally. When a man constantly seeks validation, over-explains himself, or reacts anxiously to her moods, he unknowingly signals weakness and insecurity. And here's the painful truth. Women don't always recognize this on the surface, but they feel it. Their attraction fades, and they may not even understand why. Think about it. Have you ever texted a woman she didn't reply immediately, and you felt an urge to double text or ask if she's upset? Or maybe she seemed distant and you started asking, "Are we okay?" These small behaviors seem harmless, but in her mind they trigger a subconscious realization. This man relies on me for emotional stability. And the moment she feels she has more emotional strength than you, attraction starts to erode. The solution? Detach from outcome-based thinking. Women respect a man who remains calm, self-assured, and emotionally independent. If she pulls away, let her. If she takes time to reply, don't panic. Keep focusing on your purpose, your goals, and your own sense of fulfillment. When a woman sees that your happiness isn't dependent on her reactions, she feels a much deeper attraction. Because now, you've become the kind of man that's rare to find. But here's where it gets even trickier. Some men think they're not needy, but they still make one subtle mistake that repels women without realizing it. That's exactly what we'll uncover next. Hidden female weakness. 6. Women are repelled by men who try too hard to impress. Most men believe that the best way to attract a woman is by proving their worth, showing off their success, wealth, or social status. But here's what they don't realize. The moment a woman senses that you're trying too hard, the attraction dies. Women are naturally drawn to men who carry quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need validation or external proof. When a man brags about his achievements, flexes his lifestyle, or constantly seeks approval for his actions, it signals one thing: insecurity. And nothing is more unattractive than a man who needs to be seen as impressive. Think about it. Have you ever seen a guy go out of his way to show how much he knows, how successful he is, or how important his life is? Women pick up on this immediately. Instead of being impressed, they feel secondhand embarrassment. On the other hand, a man who knows his value but doesn't need to announce it is far more intriguing. He speaks less, listens more, and lets his presence do the talking. The key is to let your confidence be felt, not spoken. If you're successful, don't talk about it. Show it through your actions. If you're intelligent, let it come through naturally in conversation, rather than forcing it. If you have a high-status lifestyle, let her discover it at her own pace. Women love unraveling layers of a man's personality over time. But when you put everything on display too soon, the mystery disappears, and so does the excitement. But here's where most men fail. When they realize trying too hard is unattractive, they swing to the opposite extreme and become passive, thinking women will magically come to them. That's an even bigger mistake. The next hidden weakness reveals why. Hidden female weakness 7. Women secretly want a man who leads, not one who waits for permission. Most men believe that being passive, always letting the woman decide and waiting for the right moment, makes them respectful and attractive. But in reality, nothing frustrates a woman more than a man who lacks decisive leadership. Women don't want to tell a man to be confident, to make plans, or to take charge. They want him to already embody those traits naturally. When a man hesitates, overthinks, or constantly asks for her approval before making decisions, it drains her attraction. She may not say it out loud, but deep down, she feels an instinctive pull away from him. This is why women are drawn to men who take the lead effortlessly. It doesn't mean controlling her or making decisions without considering her. It means having a clear direction, knowing what you want, and guiding the interaction with certainty. If you ask a woman where she wants to eat and she says, "I don't know," don't keep asking. Just decide and say, "Let's go here." You'll love it. If she's unsure about plans, don't wait for her to figure it out. Take the lead and invite her into an experience. A man who takes initiative and moves with confidence is rare, and that's exactly why women can't resist it. They crave the feeling of being with someone who knows how to create experiences, navigate situations, and make them feel safe in his presence. But here's where things get tricky. Some men misunderstand leadership and think it means dominance, which backfires completely. The next hidden weakness reveals the real difference between strength and control. Hidden female weakness 8. Women lose interest in men who confuse strength with control. Most men think being strong means being dominant, making all the decisions, and demanding respect. But here's what they don't realize. True strength is quiet, effortless, and doesn't require force. Women are naturally drawn to men who radiate authority without needing to control everything. A man who constantly insists on being the boss, demands obedience, or acts possessive actually signals deep insecurity. And insecurity is the fastest way to kill attraction. Think about it. Have you ever seen a man try to prove how alpha he is by being aggressive, overly assertive, or constantly trying to correct people? Women don't respect that. They see it as overcompensation. True strength is about being in control of yourself, not controlling others. A man who walks into a room and simply owns his presence, without needing to prove it, is far more attractive than a man who tries to force others to recognize his power. The key is to be firm in your boundaries but relaxed in your attitude. If a woman challenges you, don't get defensive. Hold your ground calmly. If she's testing your confidence, don't try to overpower her. Laugh it off and stay unfazed. The moment a woman realizes that you don't need to control her because you're already in control of yourself, she feels an instant respect and attraction toward you. But here's where it gets even deeper. Most men don't realize that attraction isn't just about how they act around women. It's about how they see themselves. And the next hidden weakness reveals why self-perception is the ultimate game changer. Hidden female weakness 9. Women mirror a man's self-perception. Most men focus so much on what women think of them that they forget the most important factor, how they see themselves. What many don't realize is that women subconsciously mirror a man's self-image. If a man carries himself with confidence, self-respect, and certainty, women will naturally respond to that energy. But if he sees himself as unworthy, unattractive, or lacking value, women will sense it immediately, even if he never says it out loud. Attraction isn't just about words or actions. It's about the energy you project. Think about it. Have you ever met a guy who isn't traditionally good-looking, doesn't have an impressive job, but still naturally draws women in? It's because he doesn't need external validation to feel worthy. His presence alone communicates high value. On the other hand, a man who doubts himself, hesitates in his actions, or constantly seeks approval unknowingly pushes women away, even if he's doing everything else right. This is why self-perception is the foundation of attraction. If you don't believe you're valuable, no amount of techniques, tricks, or strategies will help. The key is to become the kind of man you would admire. Work on your passions, develop your skills, and cultivate an identity that makes you proud. When you truly respect yourself, women will naturally feel drawn to you without you having to chase or prove anything. But here's where things get even more powerful. There's one final hidden weakness that most men completely overlook. And if you don't fix this, everything else you've learned will fall apart. Hidden female weakness 10. Women instinctively reject men who lack purpose. Most men believe that having the right looks, money, or charm is enough to attract women. But what they don't realize is that nothing is more attractive than a man with a strong sense of purpose. Women are instinctively drawn to men who are driven, focused, and moving towards something greater than themselves. It's not just about having a job or a goal. It's about having a mission that fuels your life. When a man lacks direction, he unknowingly signals weakness and dependency, making women feel like they have to be his main source of meaning. And that's a burden, not an attraction. Have you ever noticed how men who are deeply passionate about something, whether it's their career, fitness, or personal growth, automatically become more attractive? It's because their energy exudes confidence, self-sufficiency, and leadership. On the flip side, when a man's entire life revolves around pleasing a woman, waiting for her texts, or making her his main focus, it sends one clear message. He has no real purpose. And nothing dries up attraction faster than that. The key is to prioritize your mission above all else. This doesn't mean ignoring women. It means being so engaged in your own growth that a woman naturally wants to be part of your world. A man who has purpose isn't chasing women. He's choosing who fits into his life, and that shift in energy changes everything. This is the ultimate secret to lasting attraction, becoming a man who is so fulfilled, focused, and driven that women can't help but respect and desire him. Because in the end, attraction isn't about what you say or do. It's about who you are. Now the question is, are you ready to become that kind of man? Now that you understand these 10 hidden female weaknesses, you have an edge that most men will never realize. Attraction isn't about looks, money, or status. It's about psychological triggers that operate beneath the surface. Women don't even consciously recognize these patterns, but they respond to them instinctively. If you master emotional certainty, tension, leadership, and self-perception, you'll stand out from 99% of men. The key is not to chase validation or approval, but to become the kind of man who naturally commands respect, intrigue, and desire. But remember, knowing these secrets isn't enough. If you don't apply them, nothing will change. The men who succeed are the ones who take action, refine their mindset, and start living as high-value individuals. So here's what you need to do next. Start implementing these shifts immediately. Watch this video again, take notes, and pick one principle to work on starting today. Because the men who take action win, while those who hesitate stay stuck in the same patterns. And if you want more deep psychological insights like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the next video we drop will take your understanding to an even higher level. Now go out there and become the man that women can't ignore.